The One Piece trading card game is a game that has something for everybody. Do you want to play extremely aggressive? Do you want to play a more slow and steady paced game? Do you want to manipulate the game? Do you want to be able to ramp up like crazy and then drop super huge cards on the board and devastate your opponent? There is something for everyone, and that is the beautiful thing about this game. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the 3 decks that I'm going to be collecting, building, piloting, playing with in tournaments, all of those things. I'm going to be talking to you guys about them in this video. But before I get into that, I want to ask you guys 2 things. One, the first thing is, let me know, what decks are you excited to pilot? Let me know in the comment section below. It doesn't have to be 3 like how I'm doing in my video. If it's just 1 deck you're super excited for, maybe you're just excited to collect a specific card, let me know what you guys are excited for the most coming up in set 1 in the comments below. And the second thing is, if you guys are already subscribed, if you guys already haven't liked the video and shared it with a friend, please go ahead and do so now so you don't forget to do it later. With that being said, let's jump into the video. It should be absolutely no surprise to any of you that the first deck I'm going to be discussing is Starter Deck Luffy. Now, Starter Deck Luffy has a very nice place in my heart, and the reason for that is because obviously, how can you not like Luffy? Everybody loves Luffy, right? Everyone has their own favorite characters in the series, etc, etc, but everybody also really likes Luffy, right? If he's not your #1 favorite character, he's somewhere on the list because he's just so damn likable. And that's one of the reasons why I'm building him. But I'm also building him because his playstyle is pretty damn cool. Being able to attach Rested Dawn and use it as an extra resource is something that's really fun to me. But also, I really like how there's different ways to play him. We've seen some people play him a little bit more aggro rush style that some people have been playing with Zoro. But a lot of people have been finding a lot of success playing him a little bit more mid-range towards the late game and dropping that 9-drop Shanks, and that's something that I'm actually super excited to play with, and that's the build that I'm going to be going for, and I'm really excited to share with you guys my builds that I have coming up. I think Red has a lot of awesome tools in order to deal with some of the meta stuff, especially in Green with Kid, and so overall I think not only is it going to be cool for it to have a lot of cards to collect from the standpoint of Shanks and other cards, but it's also going to be a deck that's going to be able to hold up with the meta. And so you get a little bit of both worlds, right? You get the collection fix, but then you also get the competitive fix. And so because of that, Red is going to be my main deck, the first deck that I am piloting, that I am building once set 1 drops. The next deck that I want to talk about is Red Green Trafalgar Law, and if you guys already haven't seen it, click the card in the top right. I go a little bit more in depth as to why I think it's super interesting and why I like it so much, but just real quick in this video I want to talk about Traffy. So obviously I really like the design, I really like how they stay true to the room shambles, but with that being said, I feel like it's a deck that can really hold up to the meta as well. It has 2 of the colors that are probably going to be the most dominant in the meta, being red and green. We all know how green is, and I just think that green package is just very strong. I think green has so many good cards, like such good consistency, right? And then red also has good consistency and good power, and so you fuse those 2 together and you're able to play both of them. I feel like you just have the best of both worlds when you're playing Trafalgar Law. So not only, again, is it going to be held up in terms of meta, but it's also going to be one of those decks where it's going to be extremely flexible, right? Like the cards that you use in your red deck, if you're playing Luffy or anything else, you can also use in Traffy. And if you have green cards, you can use that. And those cards that you're using in Traffy, then you could potentially, if you're playing Kid, maybe you're looking towards Kinemon in set 2. And like, so that's the beauty of also being able to play dual color leaders. It's kind of like you're collecting the cards for both colors, and you're going to be able to use them in other places. So I think from a collection standpoint, that's great. Meta standpoint, it's awesome. His effect, his design is also awesome. Now, where would I rank them out of the 3 in terms of how excited I am to build it? It would actually be #3. And when I tell you guys what the 3rd deck is that I'm actually excited to play, it might actually even top Luffy. Now let me get into it. The 3rd deck that I want to talk about, and the one that I'm probably the most excited to play in set 1 because it's the most fun deck that I've played. And I have played every single leader in set 1, and I have not had as much fun as I have piloting this deck. And that is Doflamingo. Now, let me give you a little bit of a backstory. Obviously, as you guys know, in pre-release 1, I played Monkey D. Luffy, starter deck, and then in pre-release 2, I played Crocodile. And prior to actually playing the second pre-release, I played a ton of games, and I started to get love for blue. I started to really like the cards that they have, the different abilities in terms of the play style and things like that. And so, after concluding my second pre-release, I was looking at all of the blue cards. And Doflamingo caught my eye. Not only is the art really amazing, especially the alt art, I love the close-up, it looks really cool. But I was just thinking, I was like, I wonder how this would play. So I made my own build. It was really crappy, but I realized how much fun I was having piloting it. Then I started doing some research. I started looking at other people's builds. I took some inspiration, started to fine-tune my build. And while I don't think my build's the absolute best, I think that it's definitely a lot better than what I had before. I was like, hold on, this deck is actually pretty good. Now, it definitely has some glaring weaknesses, which I want to talk about in another video because I really want to break down Doflamingo because, again, for me, he is the most fun leader to pilot in all of set 1, for me. And so I want to make, like, video series. I want to talk about, like, what I think the problem is with the deck, like different cards that you can have in the deck, different matchups, things like that. I really want to talk about Dofi in that aspect. I also want to do that for Law and Luffy as well, but Dofi's the one that really got me excited about it. But he does have really big glaring weaknesses, and that's the only thing that kind of sucks. But can he take games off some of the heavy hitters in the meta? I think so, right? I think he can definitely take some games off Kid. He can definitely take some kids off some kids. I mean, hey, we won't get into that. He could definitely take some games off Luffy. He could definitely take some games off Law, right? But is he the best deck? Is he going to be able to completely stomp everybody? Let's be real, probably not, right? Because of those weaknesses that I will discuss in future videos. But overall, it is the most fun deck to pilot, and that is why I'm collecting it. The card arts look absolutely amazing, whether it's the alt art for Doflamingo, for Boa Hancock, for Hawkeye Mihawk. Like, it's just absolutely amazing. I'm super excited for all of those cards. It's going to be amazing to collect, and the deck is pretty strong too. So with that being said, those are the 3 decks that I'm super excited to build. Let me know in the comment section below, once again, as I asked you guys in the previous video, in case you guys didn't do it yet. Down below, let me know, what deck are you excited to buy? What cards are you excited to collect for set 1? Man, it's just around the corner, guys. It's just around the corner. 2 months. We're almost there. Catch you guys later. Peace.